guys, it's Zach back at you with another picking video. We're out at the Carney Annex, just kind of wandering around, checking out books. Come up on some sheet music up here in just a second. Now, this Herb Alpert, whipped cream, and other delights. Whenever I find this album, I pick it up because it sells real fast. So I figured, hey, I'll grab the sheet music. Why not? This Snoopy Come Home, I couldn't find any comps on it, but I picked it up and it sold within like a day for my full asking price. So here's a comp for that. I just kind of decided to pick through it, and I'm looking for, probably should grab that Sound of Music one. I didn't. Fiddler on the Roof probably would have been a good one. I do grab this Carpenters because, pretty well known name. Didn't really find comps for any of these, but I figured, I'd like to try new categories. Neil Diamond, that's another good name. You know, keep flipping through, just looking for big names or, cartoon characters, that kind of stuff. Things that have a pretty good following already. So here I am flipping through, flipping through. Probably should have grabbed that one. I found this pop folk one, thought it was pretty cool looking. Should have grabbed that other Neil Diamond. I could have bundled it up with the other one, but like I said, it's a new category, so I was kind of sort of being a little another Sound of Music, a little bit hesitant, I guess, or conservative. I didn't really find any other ones. I don't think. We'll keep flipping here and we'll see. I don't remember. No, no. Oh shoot! I should have grabbed that American Pie one there in the back too. Yep, I missed that one. I wonder if it's still there. I don't know. Anyway, so sheet music, like I said, I've already sold one, so the other ones won't won't hurt me to let them sit in my store for a while. Since I already started a box of books, I grabbed this book, Stories from Everywhere. Pretty good comp on it. Back in the religious section, I find this New Englishman's Greek Concordance and Lexicon. Pretty decent comp on that. It's good shape, so in the bag it goes. Like I said, I'm already started that $5 book bag, so also found this complete concordance to the Bible, New King James Version. These concordances can sell for anywhere from $20 to $200, so you got to look them up. I find this little book set here. I wasn't sure what it was, but it looked kind of fancy. Found a decent comp on it. Like I said, already started the box, so threw it in. All right, so back here I find this Blues Clues chair. It does work. I think about it really, really hard. I know it's missing a couple of pieces. There's supposed to be like a little Blues Clue on the dog on the back. You can see the comp there. It's comp's not much better if it's complete. But even in the shape it's in, it would have been almost $50. Probably would have got it for like $2 or $3, maybe four. But I just decided, it's too big and bulky. I don't want to ship it, so I go ahead and leave that behind. I do go through and find this Guitar Hero double pack. This is a good game. It's awesome to bundle with a guitar. First disc, I pop it out, and it's good to go. I mean, it's got some smudges, no big deal. Flip to the second disc, and it is just scratched to all get out. You can't really see it there, but it's bad. So throw it back. Then I spent some time going through all these VHSs, and I mean all of them. I got down on my hands and knees checking the bottom shelves because you just never know with VHS, and they're dirt cheap here. I did find this Buckaroo Banzai. It sells pretty well, so I threw that in the bag. Found this. Oh, sorry, there was a Star Wars chess set there. Sold it for just the parts. Found the Monster High doll. Monster High is a great brand to look for. Picked that up. This was a new tray came out. Found a Little League double play, Little League World Series double play, excellent condition. Threw it in the bag. Like I said, everything here is super decently priced. These guys just got some new donations in, so I kind of come over here and have a little conversation with the workers. I really wanted to look at that Kiss piece, but yep, right there. Watch for it, and into his pocket. That's the manager. What are you gonna do? Can't really say anything. I do sit here poking at the books, because these guys know I like books. Pick up this book. I do end up putting it back later. And then I find, and I can't believe it, 1981, made in Hong Kong, Kenner Wampa from Star Wars. The guy takes it from me. I'm thinking, God, it's going to go in his pocket, isn't it? And we're having this conversation. He thinks it's the Abominable Snowman from Rudolph. I tell him, no, no, it's from Star Wars. So he hands it back to me. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Now I'll show you guys here a little bit better picture of it. There you go. There's the comp for it. It's not often you run across vintage Star Wars, especially in a thrift store, where you know you're going to get it for like a quarter. I knew that they had thrown some other toys in here, so I come in. I do pick up this Infinity Gauntlet. It's not worth anything, really. I might run it through a Dib auction, but honestly, I just wanted it on my shelf. Sometimes you got to collect for yourself, guys. Alright, so then back here, this is the coolest piece I have found yet. It's made in Japan, 1960, 70. Remote control. There's the comp for it. Volkswagen Beetle. It's awesome. I don't know if it works or not. I don't care. It's going in my bag. There's some other little cars here. There's a Marks Funny Car Warlock Dragster. It's missing the pull string, but I know I can get money for parts. There's a couple more here that I pick up. This guy, obviously, $140 in excellent condition. I do put it in my bag here in a minute. I couldn't find a comp on this guy. Honestly, I'm gonna rat rod it. I'm gonna mod it. It does go in my bag. And then I do pick up this Kenner Sidewinder. It's missing the back wheels, but I know I can sell these cars for parts. Worst comes to worst, I run them through a Dib lot for $2 and get $2 out of them. I mean, I think I ended up paying $4 or $5 for everything here. So I come up, getting ready to check out, and I see this robot on the table. I'm not even going to look him up. I'm just going to throw him in my bag. I mean, I'm looking at him. He's cool. He's old. He's vintage. And then I hear the guy behind me, the manager, go, "Hey, let me see that." And I'm like, "Well, see what?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, I can't sell you that." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Well, there's a toy show coming up, and we're going to have a booth, so that wasn't supposed to be out." Now, at this point, my heart is just sinking. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to take all the vintage toys right out of my bag, even the parts ones. I'm just super bummed at this point. I'm like, okay. So I have a little conversation with him. We're talking. I have a pretty good relationship with this guy, so I'm hoping, things are cool. Starts going through my bag. Kind of trying to hide that VW Beetle there underneath. But he's digging through. He's pretty thorough. Like I said, this is the manager. There's a little quick rabbit mug. I guess I didn't get any video of that. It's not big money. Sells for maybe $10. That there in the bag was some Star Wars playset pieces for Micro Machines. There wasn't even enough to sell it for parts. I ended up trashing that. But then here's the oh no.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
He took my VW Beetle. No. Alright. Heartbreak over. Time to move on. We are now in the mission in Kearney. Looking around, not really finding much. I come over here and they got a whole bunch of Barbies new in the box. I start looking them up, but they're wanting 10, 15, 20, $25 a piece for them. I do my due diligence. I do look them up, see if maybe they slipped up on one, but sure enough, they had them all marked right at eBay price. Back in the toy section, I do find this Eddie from Stranger Things. This is the scene where he's up on the RV. So, I throw him in my cart. Don't find anything else. Take Eddie up to the counter. Sometimes that's the way it is, guys. You only find one little thing, but guess what? I paid 11 cents for that guy, and he sold almost immediately for 10. All right, this is a couple days later. Same thing, missions, $5 bag sale. I am not going to bore you guys with watching me flip through all these clothes. I do stop on that piece and I put it in my cart, but I do throw it back at the end. Keep flipping, keep flipping. All of these clothes that I do pick up will go on Dibdit. I run shows Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. And so, I just kind of flip through all these clothes and I'll speed it up here and you guys can, you can see the cool ones as we come to them. This section was supposed to be speeded up. I messed up, didn't speed it up. So now you're just going to have to listen to me talk through this section. The rest of it, when I do speed it up between cool finds. Oh. I almost get that Kansas City Chiefs shirt, but I figured it was too generic. Didn't really deal with it. Alright, so then I find this Kuiu, Kuiu shirt. Kind of pass it over, and then I find a second one, and I'm like, well, maybe I should look this up. I do, and it's actually a pretty good hunting brand t-shirt. They usually sell for 20, 25 bucks. I don't know if I'll dib it or if I'll actually eBay these, but I do pick up both of these because, like I said, it's $5 bag sale, so that's a pretty good start. Flip through, flip through. Find this little shirt that says "I hate people" with a nice little camping scene. Grab that. Flip through, flip through, flip through. Find this little Star Wars Darth Vader kids hoodie. Doesn't have a size tag, but I mean I can just run out measurements and it'll be fine. Right after that, I find this kindness shirt. It says "Wander often, wonder always." Like the message, so it goes in the cart. Like I said, at this point, I'm just building a $5 bag. Keep flipping. Find this Megadeth long sleeve. It's a newer print, but I mean it's Megadeth, so I'll be able to get a couple bucks on Dibdate. Find this Bronco shirt. Normally I don't pick this kind of stuff up, but it's got some really nice stitching and it looks nice, so it goes in the bag. Keep flipping through. Find this. It's a Route 66, but it's just kind of a cool graphic. It's an older shirt, so I grab it. I find this Nebraska Adidas shirt. I believe I do pick this up. Yep. Right next to that, I find this Under Armour shirt, and I start to flip past it, and I flip back, and I flip past it, and then I flip back, and I don't know, just something about that graphic caught my attention. So, I mean, Under Armour, it's bread and butter, not a whole lot of money, but it's just kind of cool. I think it'll go good on Dibdit. I grabbed this shirt for myself. Flip through, flip through, flip through. I find this John Deere, and it just catches my eye because it's kind of like an embossed logo. So I figure, hey, why not? This is another one I pick up for myself. I don't talk about it a lot, but I am a strong Christian, so not often I find shirts my size either. All right, next up we find this Cancun, Mexico, Speedy Gonzalez, which I'm pretty sure he got canceled. Whatever. Keep flipping, 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 flipping. Find this Cheez It. Feeling the cheesiest. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I threw it in the cart. Alright, next up, this is a Cherokee brand. Not a huge, moneymaker, but it is a nice Hawaiian print, so I got a pretty good bag going. Toss it in. Flip through a couple more shirts. Find this Hawkins High School Stranger Things. I figure I can get $2-3 out of it on Dibd. It's an XL, good size. I start to flip past this, and I'm like, life is better with burritos. I'm like, hell yeah, it is. Now that is a local restaurant shirt, but I like the message on it, so we'll see if we can't sell it. All right, over here in the belt section, I find this Veterans of Foreign Wars in, belt. It is leather. It's in actually pretty good condition. I just thought it was interesting, and it doesn't really add much space to my $5 bag. It's got some cool embossing on it. I figure worst comes to worst, I get $2 on Dibd. Next, I look up this phone. It's a modern repro, unfortunately, so not really worth picking up. But you got to watch out those older phones, guys. Some of those are worth some serious cash. So always look them up. I mean, if they catch your eye, it's worth looking up. And then over here, I find this box of cassettes. I do spend some time going through these, looking them up. I think maybe this U Crew might be worth something. The older rap and rock are really where you want to find it. That's where your money is. I looked it up, wasn't actually worth much, but hey, I've never heard of it. I'm not a rap guy, so I had to look. Didn't find anything in the box, unfortunately. So I run over here and I see this brand new Ninja Turtle in the box. Look it up. There's a million on eBay. Hardly any sold. It's not worth the $5 they're asking for it. So it'll get tossed back. And sometimes that's what happens. You find stuff, you look it up, you toss it back. If the juice ain't worth the squeeze, don't pick it up, guys. Just don't have that I gotta buy mentality. I've walked out of thrift stores with absolutely nothing, and that's perfectly fine. All right, over here I find this 2001 Dragon Ball Z figure. It's maybe a 15 $10 $15 plush if I don't throw it up on Dibd for $2. Over here in the glass section, I find this wooden puzzle. It's like a baseball glove with a baseball. I don't know. It fascinated me. I looked it up. It wasn't worth anything, so I had to throw it back. Over here, I find these Ray-Ban made in Italy glasses cases. No Ray-Bans in them, unfortunately. Darn it. But even the cases can be worth a couple bucks. So that's not a Ray-Ban. That one is. I grab all three of them. I've actually ran those already on Dibd, and I believe I got like $5 for the three of them. So that paid for my bag right there. All right, guys, that's it.